Welcome, guys, to Souls of Stormspire. I did not post a recap in the Discord chat because I've been just busy and forgot, honestly. But last time, you guys started the session with a long rest and a little bit of upkeep. Some items were identified and traded around. Conversations were had, and also some shenanigans involving Frumpy and a shiny arm were caught and foiled by Lythra. During the night, Nyssara, you ended up having a strange dream where you saw the alternate you in a foggy void looking around while stating that as long as the relic she has in her hand that she keeps waving around for everybody to see stays in our world, that she will always find you guys. Lythra, you have a talk with the Shadow Man where you learn that he is actually kind of a demigod and has never had followers before, so this is a new thing for both of you. So you're feeling out the waters, you know? But he also stated, after you were like, hey, can you help me get revenge on this dude that killed my family? Like, I want to get him, and like my friends also have people they want to get revenge against. He's like, yeah, I got you, but you gotta do two things for me. You have to retrieve an ancient opal relic and to find his physical self. And then he confusingly tried to explain how his physical self doesn't know about the shadow him, or like they're disconnected, and it really wasn't making too much sense, but before he could explain anything further, or even what his name is, he disappeared. You guys continued to travel to the Ardeep Forest, where, as a reminder for the side mission, Lyssandra told Nyssara, so many S's, that a Yuan-ti group was spotted somewhere in that area. Along the way, you guys heard, before you saw them, some warg riders hunting in a pack with a Dire Worg Alpha and 2 winter wolves that surrounded and brutalized Amraphel immediately. Sorry, buddy. The goblins demanded the horses and attempted to attack you guys, but were beaten severely, and those surviving ran away once they saw that the Dire Worg Alpha, who was the strongest amongst all of them, fell. Zasha, you did try to attempt to heal and befriend one of the wolves before they ran, but it became frightened and ran off, unfortunately. You guys, I believe, looted the corpses.
You got me a Dire Worg Alpha pelt.
You got yourself a Dire Worg Alpha pelt, yes. And now the battle is over.
I have a question.
Yes, what's up?
There was an ingredient that I think Nyssara passed off to me that I don't know how the fuck to spell the name.
Oh, Quarlicore? Here, I'll type.
Yeah,
I'll type it in the chat.
Thank you.
It's actually like spelt the way that you would think.
Well, apparently not.
Oh, I'm the one who invented
just
the
saying
word,
he doesn't
so
think.
That makes sense.
all right. So, you guys still have a couple days' journey before you get to your destination, which is the Ardeep Forest, and then you gotta find the fuckers. So as you guys wrap up this battle and hop back on your horses and get back on the dirt trail, do you guys do anything during the travel? Keep an eye out, hunt, go in the forest and train, maybe poop?
Keep an eye out. Use nature to keep us aware of the happenings.
Alright, roll me a nature check then.
Okie dokie. Oh, where is my character? Thingy bob.
Did you create an item for the Core Liqueur, or do I just make a custom item?
just make a custom item for now, please.
Here we go.
I'm bad at making items in Foundry. I need to... Oh, my Jesus.
Oh, wow.
We.
Glad I could help, guys.
Well, you try to ask some of the birds around for assistance doing reconnaissance, and they basically say, yes, but only if you give us a walnut. And you go, oh, I only have peanuts. And they're like, well, fuck you. And they flew away. They were just
Makes sense.
asshole birds that were very picky about the type of nuts that they wanted.
Blue Jays.
Definitely blue jays. Definitely 100% blue jays. Does anyone else do anything?
No,
I
this
have-
is vibing.
I have this yellowish potion.
You do have a yellowish potion.
I'm gonna give a very half-assed attempt at trying to figure out what it is myself.
All right, roll me an Arcana check. This is gonna be hilarious if you crit.
Perfect.
A 0, huh?
I'm-
Have 2 in a row for a crack squad.
I'm not gonna punish you, because I'm trying not to punish from crit fails, even though I'm so tempted to.
It does make it funny if you punish us.
You kind of look at it and you give it a sniff and you go, "Oh, this smells like piss," and you think it's a bottle of piss.
Sniff, sniff. That's a good piss.
Well, nonetheless, I was gonna hand it off to Amraphel regardless, but now I'll lead it with you could probably figure out what made this
Amraphel,
and not specify what the hell I mean.
would you like to identify the item?
With the spell identify,
Yeah.
let me give it a gander first, just like a once over quickie.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Damn.
It's not piss. It's definitely a potion of some sort.
All right, I'll blow a first level spell, throw out an identify.
Alrighty. You identify this as a potion of hill giant strength.
Wasn't that pretty good?
That's a good one.
Well, I'm trying to think of what fuck ass shit I could do with that information, but
What does it raise it to? This is pure.
Your score changes to 21 for 1 hour.
It does nothing for me. So
I'm still gonna pass it back and say it makes you stronger. Makes you stronger for like an hour.
probably edit the potion name.
All right. So you guys try to do some reconnaissance, but the Blue Jays are being bitches. You identify this not piss potion, and you guys continue on your way until your horses start getting tired. This, I'm supposed to move this, right? Yes, I think so. So you guys begin to set up camp. This music is like way too upbeat and crazy. There we go. Are you guys doing a watch for this long rest?
You can do the usual, right?
The usual.
Yeah, I figure we
Yeah.
just do the.
All right. Zasha and Amraphel, you guys are up first. you can roll me perception checks, or if you do something fancy with your watch, you can try to convince me of other checks.
I'll gladly do a perception check. And, I guess while I'm doing the watch, I have my guys scavenge.
Yes. And I wanted to cover the previous scavenge as well.
Ooh, yeah. And guidance on myself. But Amraphel did better than me, so it doesn't matter.
God damn. Alright,
Naturally talented.
do you mind...
I'm just getting the low rolls out of the way.
So you want your guys to gather stuff, right? Not,
Yep.
hunt?
Right.
Alright.
I don't
So-
trust them to hunt. They'll bring back another child.
Honestly, probably.
That's what they're hunting for.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll me a survival check on behalf of your boys? You can roll 2 of them.
Ooh, okay. 12.
All right. So the first night, backing up to the first day of travel, your boys unfortunately came back empty-handed. They weren't able to find anything. Maybe the goblins had picked up everything that they thought would be, precious. So unfortunately, first night nothing comes up, but the second night they do return with some items.
Okie dokie.
Roll D100. Give me 1 second. I just forgot what the number I rolled was. Okay. They bring back a common poisonous reagent.
Okay.
And with a 17, Amraphel, you don't notice anything too amiss throughout your watch. And by the time you wake, or by the time Lythra wakes up to swap out, nothing has been really exciting for the first half of your watch.
Okay.
Lythra and Amraphel, you guys can roll me perception checks.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Thank goodness you guys aren't fighting right now. Oh my god.
Hey.
God damn.
You see with your special eyes over there.
Lythra. Oh. What,
Canonically, it just makes sense. I can see better in the dark.
Lythra.
Oh yeah, true. Now I'm sleepy.
Sorry.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just saying Lythra's sleepy in character.
No, it's fine. Alright, so Lythra, you are a little sleepy, you're nodding off a little bit. Maybe the battle got you a little worn out. Amraphel, you're still wide awake. You're keeping an eye out on everything. You do notice that there are, speckles of light off in the distance. Nothing too, like, concerning. It looks like it could be, like, fireflies off in the distance. But the night is peaceful. Nyssara, you wake up.
Yes.
Please roll me a perception check for your watch.
Okey-dokey.
The battle
I'm still
must
having
have been...
nightmares.
Oh, yeah. You probably woke up in a cold sweat again because you saw alternate Nyssara, and really couldn't focus on keeping watch, unfortunately. But, fortunately,
Damn.
nothing happens. And
Well,
you
thank God.
guys complete a long rest.
No one has to know I was having a mental breakdown.
No one has to know. How are they gonna know?
Actually, in my paranoia, I wanted to use my stupid. No, I'm sorry. My detect portal thing. I don't think there's. Yeah, within 1 mile. I doubt there'll be anything within 1 mile, but I'm still gonna check. See if the mirror's chasing us or some shit.
The mirror's not chasing you, I'll tell you that. They're, I don't, you're definitely not a mile away from what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
You're good. You're
I
good.
figured.
Absolutely no otherworldly portals to be found.
Thank God.
But the next day, hold on. The next day, it is still really warm and a little humid, and you're getting a light drizzle. Nothing that is going to impede your travel time, but it is just a minor inconvenience. You get a little wet. There's no sun, so there's no lizard time to be had. But yeah, you guys start traveling down the dirt road, and eventually you get to a point where you can either veer off the dirt road here and head your way into the forest, or you can make your way to the main road and then basically survey the perimeter of the forest here before entering. Surveying the perimeter would probably take another day of travel. But that is your own choice.
What do we think?
I am ambivalent.
I'm good either way.
I'll look at Lythra and say, leader, you can choose.
Oh, this is not my forte, but I do love making choices. Hmm. Let's see, what is it? We go through, or we skirt around the edge, take more time? Is that the
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, take the fastest route and go through the forest, but the key here is you do not know where these Yuan-ti are. You just know that they were spotted in the forest.
right?
Or you can take the safer route and go along the perimeter on the main road. However, there is no guarantee that you will see the Yuan-ti from the perimeter. It might be deeper in the forest.
Can I
think
roll
we
for
got-
animals to see if I can get my animals to find them?
I think we should go.
Probably if we enter, you can.
You'll have to
side
get a
of the
little bit
road,
closer,
see
but
if
you
we
can do that, yes.
catch them off guard.
Yeah,
Didn't we
Nyssara,
take
what
the
do you
long way
think?
around? Did we take the long way around while traveling when we saw the works and stuff?
Yes.
So we took the long way around and got attacked anyways. We might as well just go straight in.
Yeah.
I agree.
Alright, so we're going straight to the forest?
Yeah, and I'll get some birds. Well, I'll try to coerce some birds into helping us out.
So, night falls before you guys, actually enter the fort. You guys are basically at the edge of the forest as, the sun starts to set and the horses are starting to get tired again. And at this point, during the long rest, Zasha, if you would like, you can talk to some of the woodland creatures and see if any of them know of anything in the forest, or if they can do some reconnaissance, but it'll take them the night to, go find something and come back.
Yeah, I can do that.
Alright, roll me an animal handling check, and what woodland creature do you try to flag down?
I think since it's nighttime, I'm going to talk to the owls.
Oh, right. You are as wise as the owls. Particularly a, what is it? Horned owl? Great horned owl? comes over and goes, "How can I be of assistance?" Shut up.
Hello. Have you happened to see any interesting people come through the forest recently? Or not people, monstrosities, I think. I think that's what the... Have you seen snake people?
I eat a lot of snakes, yes.
No, like my size snakes.
Oh. I couldn't eat that.
No.
Let me think for a second. I'm just gonna roll a dicey dice. Yes. Yes. On one of the old roads that the people your sized used to take, lots of people with snake heads. Very weird, very confusing while I'm going to hunt. But they were going to the hot waters.
Okay, could you point me in that direction?
He does a little circle around you, going hoo hoo, and flies northwest-ish. So, this direction. Or, like, towards you.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So I keep that in mind and I guess tell the group when we wake in the morning.
All right. For the first watch, Zasha, I would say that you're probably a little preoccupied trying to, talk to some owls, get someone's attention, get them to converse with you. So maybe you don't pay attention as much.
Can I give Amraphel guidance?
Yes, you can give Amraphel guidance. Amraphel, could you give me a perception check, please?
Wow.
Wild. God damn. God damn.
The guidance definitely helped.
Jesus.
Jesus
Holy
Back
moly.
roll. Let's go.
You see y'all, bitch.
What the fuck?
Actually, while you are doing your watch, hold on. I just need to find something. You get a you hear a ringing noise coming from your pack. And it is your telestone going off.
Oh dear.
How the fuck do I answer this thing again? I will answer.
All right. You hear Anansi's voice calling out, "Hello? Hello, can you hear me on this?"
Yes, I'm here.
Hello?
What's up?
Hello? Oh, yes. Yes. I have some news. So this young man, what was your name again? Oh, Quinn? Quinn? He came over here seeking shelter. He said that you guys sent him. He's quite banged up. And very quiet. But, I'm just confirming,
I
like...
have no idea who that is.
Oh, no. Are you sure?
Does Amraphel have him on speaker?
Amraphel, do you have him on speaker?
Oh, I mean, I assume this thing just talks out loud.
Oh, it does just... Oh, true. You would hear, Zasha.
Okay, I would jump in then and say, Quinn is Lucian's friend, the one that was also captured, I think, by the big bad general.
Doesn't ring a
Yeah,
bell.
and Anansi, we sent him to you for safekeeping.
Oh, all right.
And to
all
help
right.
out.
All right. Good, because I already let him in the building, so it would have been a little awkward if you didn't know him.
Totally fair. And we did send another fellow your way. His name is Durdrin. He is a very nice drow that we met who may also be in need of some assistance and a place to stay.
A drow, and
Yes,
you
very.
you kind of hear a little like not like disgust. It's not like negative like that. It's more curiosity. And he goes, "All right, well, I'll keep an eye out, and I'll tell the guards to keep an eye out as well, and we'll welcome him as soon as he arrives."
Thank you so much, Anansi.
I also have another thing. Is Lucian there, or is he asleep? I know it is quite late.
He's sleeping right now.
Should be asleep.
Well, if you could pass on a message, I managed to find a way to remove that processor that was on the back of that Legion soldier's neck. The thing that controls them, he said. But you have to be very careful when tampering with it because it has yielded quite explosive results. But I think I have found a way to remove it without killing the host. You just simply have to relax the muscle fibers of the host, and you can do this either mechanically or chemically. You then need to slide a thin item under the device to lift it slightly from the skin. Be very careful with this step, and you will see a blue wire underneath. You have to unplug it gently. Do not cut it, because if you cut it, the failsafe will activate and it will explode, and then you get guts all over your office space. I don't know why I got so specific with that, but you just got to be very careful with that step in particular, and also very careful with not damaging the processor while you are relaxing the muscle fibers. If you know what I mean, like if you knock them out.
Okay, so drug them up, make sure they're relaxed, slide a thin item in, and unplug the blue wire.
Yes, unplug. That is very important. If you cut the blue wire, it will explode.
Perfect.
All right, well, that's it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful trip. Have you seen my body?
Not yet. We're on our way to find it, though. And Amraphel, he says he loves you very much. You're so good, Daddy. All right, bye. And Zasha scampers away.
We haven't even made it close to the city.
Oh, really? I thought you guys would make it there by now. What have you been doing?
This process is so slow. Normally we just drive straight there. However, it seems the group insists on helping everyone we meet along the way.
Oh my. That does sound kind of tedious. Well, I'll just have you know the council meeting is in 5 days. So whatever you're doing, you should wrap it up very quick.
Alright, understood. Do you need anything else?
No, that's it. Have a great night.
Alright, I'll call you if I need anything.
He loves you.
Goodbye, Amraphel.
And I'll,
Click.
and I'll just put it away, yeah.
Council meeting is in 5 days. I did not just make that up.
I'll just look at Zasha and be like, he's not my type.
Ew, why would I think your dad is your type? That's weird.
Do you actually think he's my dad?
Yeah, I assumed so.
No.
All right. So, after that encounter and after that wonderful watch, nothing too crazy is going on. You see the owl flitting about, trying to see if it can see anything close by, but it does come back and say, I don't see any people with lizard heads nearby. And you guys finish that watch. Lythra, you then wake up, and you and Amraphel can both make me perception checks, or if you're doing something else, you can let me know.
No. You got anything, King?
I'm good.
Can watch it.
All right. Roll the beautiful perception checks.
Not as horrible this time.
Roll on that percepto. Here it is.
All right. While you guys are keeping watch, do any of you guys do you guys walk around like the perimeter of the campsite? Like, how do you guys keep watch?
I'd probably perch somewhere high up.
Okay, you
If
perch somewhere
possible.
high up.
I definitely do walk around because otherwise I think she would just like fall asleep.
All
So
right.
you guys stretch your legs a little bit every once in a while.
All right. So, and I assume with the previous watch, Amraphel was still perched up and Zasha was just chilling, talking to the birds and then talking to Anansi. So, Lythra, you're the first one walking around the perimeter of the campsite. As you're taking a little stroll and trying to keep an eye out for dangers and snakes, you happen to not notice a disturbance in the leaves in front of you. Please roll me a dexterity saving throw as you accidentally set off a hunting trap. All right.
I've been hunted.
Amraphel, you see Lythra go from walking by the perimeter of the woods to being flung up by her foot and bouncing a little as she dangles from a nearby tree. And Lythra, you end up from the being bumped around. You take 3 bludgeoning damage from bonking your head a little bit on the way down. But you are now snared.
This is highly undignified.
What a predicament.
Hey, I'm like whisper yelling at him to be like, "Hey bud, you want to help? Please? Is this fun for? Is this doing something? Is it fun for you?"
It's certainly funny.
Get my head hurt.
I'll kind of like wave around a little bit and draw like an arcane circle in the air, and then snap my fingers at Lythra, and I'll cast Vortex Warp.
Vortex warp.
What'd that do?
It teleports you,
Oh, awesome.
which you can choose to be teleported. Like it gives you a save, but if you want to move, you can just let it take you.
I, in fact, really do. I really do want to move kind of anywhere but here, so I will surrender myself to the warp.
All right.
Cool.
As you warp away, you hear a snap, and you are on the ground safely. But the snare is still attached to you, and the tree limb came with you. But it's easy to kind of take it off. You just have to untie it.
I'll sit there scratching my head like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I wiggle my way out, and initially kind of laughing at it, but also, at this point, kind of seriously, I start to look around it. Okay, is something watching us now?
Well, it could just be left out there. People just leave those.
Yeah, it could be, but and actually, I
It
want to
means
inspect it a little
something's-
bit more.
It means something's active out here sometime.
You want to inspect the trap, or do you want to inspect the surroundings for, like, more traps or something?
Well, I want to inspect the trap. I want to see, like, if I can glean who might be using it, like if it's from the snake people or if it could be something else.
Oh, that's a good
The
one.
Yuan-ti, I should say.
You can roll me either a history check or a survival check. But you get different
One is
information
better than
depending
the
on
other.
which one you do.
Well, one's a -1, so we're gonna do the other. Oh,
Ooh. It's
but
rope.
anyway.
It was tied into a loop, and that loop was like attached to something, and you went flying. Woo. But no,
Can't
you
sure is rope.
it is a simple snare trap. There's nothing too complex about it. Your dex save was just not great.
Real bad.
Sorry. The rope seems to be normal rope. You can't really get any particular information about the fibers about it.
Ah, neat. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before. Amraphel, do you wanna look around with me just for a sec? I'm a little on edge.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll scurry down the side of the tree and join her on the ground.
If you're specifically looking for traps or some other sources of who could have made the trap, you can roll me either a perception check or a survival check, and you would get different information from both. Or from either.
I'm not really looking for more or for reasoning so much at this point, so much as I am like looking for more traps or, better yet, a individual.
All right.
So I don't know what that would be, but like I'm basically like watching my feet and then looking for anyone hiding.
I feel like that would be survival. You're kind of trying to see what's going on around you. Not get
Well,
caught in a
as
trap
a
again.
We're expert survivalist based on that last roll.
You might roll better this time.
Wait, Amraphel, do you have guidance?
No, that was part of my last spell
Okay.
kit. I don't remember how to do that.
I'm too sleepy.
Yeah, it's a little
I'm
late.
genuinely curious where that knowledge went.
It's a little late. It's a little dark. Even though you do have dark vision, like, it's still kind of hard to make out, like, the color differences and stuff. So, you don't step on anything, which is fantastic, honestly. And you don't notice any movement around, but it's a little hard to tell if you're completely accurate with that. However, you do notice one particularly weird thing. As you're walking around, it's a summer night. It gets a little bit chilly. But as you are walking, like, away from the perimeter of the forest and then towards the perimeter of the forest, you notice, like, a distinctive shift in temperature. It seems to be a lot warmer as you get closer to the forest.
Do you want light? Like, do we want light, or is that too much of a...
No, I think that'll draw it even more, but do you feel that temperature change?
So I feel temperature change?
Yeah, you would feel a temperature change.
I guess.
Do you think
Well, I
that
guess I do feel slightly clammier.
could have something to do with them? I mean, we should keep this in mind for the morning, at least.
Well, they probably live somewhere warm.
That's what I'm thinking. Stereotyping, but real.
They are,
I
in
think
fact,
it's real.
snake people.
I think that's a real thing.
As you guys are having this conversation, Nyssara ends up waking up in a cold sweat again. But she tries to hide it. Maybe.
Having fun over there.
No.
Sorry, come here.
Coming.
I-
I'll get up and investigate.
Brings me no joy to say this, but I got caught in a trap. It was pretty embarrassing.
It's hilarious.
Being real with you.
Oh no. Surprising.
Oh, shut the fuck up. But do you feel Do you feel the change in temperature? And I like move
Yeah.
towards one of it, and then I move back. Okay.
Well, I guess we can keep going that way once everyone's finished their rest.
Yeah, but you think that might mean something, right?
Perhaps it's worth
Okay.
investigating. I'll look around and see if there's any more signs of whoever set a bunch of traps.
I love that for you. Well, I'm embarrassed and sleepy, so I bid you all good night, and I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to bed as well.
Fair
Good
enough.
It's all
All
right.
right.
You
Hopefully, I'm
have
not dead
some-
in the morning.
Hopefully not. We'll see. You do have some choices for tonight.
Oh boy.
You can keep watch as normal and roll me a perception check. You can try to figure out if there's anything special about the trap, if there's more traps, or if there's any like tracks or anything or hints of somebody who set up the trap. That would be a survival check. Or you can rack your brain about why the forest seems to be emanating some heat. And that would be either a nature or history check, depending on which one you prefer.
Let's do survival. I appreciate all of the options.
And everybody in the morning
Yeah,
gets a chance to do the last part too. Ooh.
18.
All right, so with a 18 survival check, you do notice another snare trap, although this one seems to have already caught a small bunny, who is just kind of flailing about. Yeah. But when you try to look for, like, who set up the trap, if there's any, like, tracks from those people, you do notice that there are some shoe prints and some nearby mud. That seems to be just puttering around. And you do also weirdly notice at one edge of the, like one side of the forest edge, underneath the thick blanket of leaves, you see what looks like an old, worn out dirt trail that leads into the forest.
Well, oh, I should wait for everyone else. I'm so very tempted just to go off on my own, but I'll wait till morning.
Well, that's fantastic because it's morning. Good morning, everybody.
Little voice in the back of your head
Here's the
going,
thoughts
"Do
didn't
it,
win.
do it."
Yes.
We are, the two of us are the angel and the devil on your shoulder. It's just like a tiny Lythra and a tiny Amraphel. You should
Fair.
do it.
But what if there's treasure down the lane?
Down
You'll
the
never
lane.
know.
So you guys all awaken. Sorry, you can fill them in on what you found.
Yeah. Do that. I found another snare and a dirt path leading deeper in. Let's go. This way.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, I should probably tell you guys, apparently the Yuan-ti, they're going to the hot waters, which is northwest. My owl friend told me that.
How nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
so assuming, I don't know, everyone just kind of felt how humid it was. Apparently there's hot waters northwest of here. Oh,
Okay.
and Lucian, we know how to disable the processor doohickeys.
You
Sorry,
might need
I
a little
was not-
more.
A
Hold
quarter
on.
course. Or something else.
Sorry, my cat distracted me. Yeah, so Lucian's gonna be like half awake if it's like the first thing in the morning, so he's just like, I have no. What are you even talking about right now?
The things that control the people that you know.
And then his eyes are gonna
yeah.
snap open. You
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Anansi figured it out. He called Amraphel here. He says hi, by the way. Quinn made it safely to Stormspire. Doing very well. Let him know about Dirtrin and explained to him that Dirtrin's a drow and that we should give him a really warm welcome right now. Because he's going to be showing up too soon. But yeah, Quinn made it fine and everything, so that's good.
Are you gonna elaborate?
Well, Quinn was a little beat up. I don't think there was much else he said about that. Why?
Not about him, about the neck thinging.
Oh yeah. So we just have to
Hold on.
relax.
I just stopped you. Points at Amraphel.
I already
Please
heard it.
write this down.
I wrote it down.
I'll just remember. It's fine.
We relax, either physically or we drug you. And then we slide a thin item between the processor and the skin. And then we unplug the blue wire. If we don't unplug it and we cut it, we all die.
Lovely.
Well, some of us. I'm not going to be
Also-
around when this happens.
Yeah, also, I'm not sure I'm the one you would want doing this, if we're being completely honest.
I just wanted you to write it down because I don't have paper. I'm not gonna remember the speech she talks.
Fair. So fair.
Okay, so northwest.
Oh, yes. We have 5 days until my thing happens, and I need to be there.
Oh shit.
So let's make this lickety.
Yeah, let's cook. Today, let's make something happen, and then we're out. Or else we can come back later, I guess. But we're already here, so let's just make it count, folks.
All right.
Onward ho to the warmth.
You
First off, don't call me a hoe.
That was you specifically. I'll do it again.
I mean, you were the one talking about licking things before.
What does a farm tool have to do with any of this?
Perfect.
I love you guys. Oh my god. You enter Ardeep Forest. The thick leaves on the forest floor barely exposing a worn-out dirt trail that Nyssara had discovered the night prior. As you move inside, the trail seems to start to elevate upwards. This is a very rocky and hilly forest. The air seems to be quite warmer and thickens as you get deeper and deeper into the forest, as if a breath from a slumbering dragon just flowed past you or something. The ground also feels very warm beneath your feet. If any of you guys are curious or want to stew on it a little bit more and figure out what the heck is going on in this forest, you have a choice between a nature check and a history check. And both options will give you different answers.
Ooh. I am
Guidance
so hopeful.
myself.
History or nature, you said?
History or nature?
Oh, I'm terrible at both of them.
They're
Yeah,
both
me too,
intelligence.
but I'm feeling historical, baby.
All right.
Lythra spills her coffee and then continues to think no thoughts.
All right.
I'm the worst ranger in the world.
Hey, it's okay. It's intelligence. We're not here to identify the poisonous mushrooms. We're here to just not eat the poisonous mushrooms. You don't need to know what they specifically are to know that they're poisonous. This is actually quite thematically fun that only the druid can recall perhaps a history book that you used to read when you were doing your studies back at home. You have heard a tale, and it honestly kind of turned into a children's tale, of an ancient dryad who soothed a rampaging dragon. For you see, Ardeep Forest used to spread all the way into the high forest. But most of it ended up getting burned down from this rampaging dragon. The tales say that the dryad, whose name was Archer, soothed the dragon into a forever slumber, and as time passed, the dragon was slowly buried by the earth, and its essence fuels the ecosystem of what's left of Ardeep Forest, which has multiple hot springs scattered throughout the forest.
That sounds relaxing.
Yeah.
I get it. You've been playing too much Monster Hunter.
What?
Not enough.
No such thing as too much.
Zasha's gonna explain it just by saying, yeah, there are hot springs because of the dragon that's underground. And she's gonna keep walking.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Okay.
I think
hope
that's
not
cool.
the case, but okay.
Oh, all right. I guess we're just okay with that.
I mean, he's not above ground, so...
At the
And he's
moment.
sleeping, so that's also
Yeah, he's
good.
rebelling against
For the moment.
reality.
All right.
We're not gonna wake a dragon.
Shut the
Are
fuck up.
you?
Probably not.
And then Lythra just like coughs really loud and falls over and knocks over a tin can.
You just hear a
Uh-huh.
loud roar from somewhere far away. No. As you guys travel through the woods, and it starts becoming a uphill battle, to be honest, you guys start to notice that you are high enough that there are ridges leading down to like different parts of the forest. And occasionally you see very small hot springs, but nothing too large or too noticeable. Nothing that really catches the eye, and no movement of any snake people. And as you're traveling, my map is taking forever to load. Do you guys do anything, look around, scout, scavenge, etc., while you're traveling through this forest? Are you trying to travel quietly so nobody notices you?
These are all
Y'all,
good
what do you
questions.
think? Yeah, these are good questions. I'm more concerned with speed at this point. Like, I'm kind of like, hey, if you notice us, cool, that gets you to you faster. So I think like we're keeping an eye out, but I'm not trying. I don't think we should try to creep.
I don't think we should creep either.
All right. So you guys are moving at your normal pace, maybe even a slightly brisk pace. And as you're traveling, you notice that the trail starts to wind and bend as it tries to weave its way around some rocky uphills and down some other cliff edges. Nothing that you can't really manage to traverse. But as you crest kind of the final ridge of this winding trail before you notice anything at all, you see the dense forest give way to a breathtaking view below. Below, you see a small, old but well-kept building of weathered timber and stone, with a very worn-out sign dangling from a post that says "Slumbering Dragon Inn."
Well, convenient.
You see steam lazily rising from several hot spring pools scattered around the property. The scent of sulfur and pine drifts on the cool evening breeze. A few lanterns flicker near the entrance, their soft orange glow barely cutting through the early twilight. And you can hear the faint sound of laughter from the inn. It's kind of an invite of warmth, food, rest. Doesn't seem to be very snake-like. So, you move forward, but something seems a little off. I'd like you all to roll me perception checks as you get closer to this ridge and the building and the hot springs. Beautiful perception checks.
Guidance.
Relentlessly distracted.
Nice.
Zasha carrying the fucking team today. Bravo.
Zasha and
Honestly, that nat 1 was the worst, but it's all fine from here.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. You guys are doing great. I love this.
I'm very distracted.
Zasha and Amraphel, to your left, you catch a flicker of movement in the underbrush. You see a... you guys can interrupt me if you want, or I can just, continue. You see a flash of scaly green skin glimmering through the leaves, and then you spot it. A figure crouched low amongst the bushes. Definitely humanoid in shape. Definitely reptilian in features. You see her eyes gleam faintly in the dimming light. Her pupils slitted. And you see her holding a slender, curved blade in a tense grip. And you can see the faint glimmer of poison slicked along the edge of that dagger as she waits in the bushes. Her forked tongue flicks out, tasting the air. Her expression is hard, focused, and predatory.
How far away are we from her?
You guys are at this point, probably about 30 feet away from her. And you see that her gaze is locked on something. It is the other direction of where you're coming from. So her back is slightly turned away from you.
Can we see what she's looking at in that direction, or are we too far away?
You guys could creep a little bit closer. With the nat 20, I can give you a little more information. But if you creep closer, you'll be able to get a better look overall.
I'll cast Pass Without Trace, and we can get closer.
All right.
Sounds good.
So as you get closer, you see her gaze is locked on the path leading towards the inn. And in the faint light as you get closer, you notice a sigil on her dagger. And it is a sigil of a coiled serpent carved into the hilt of the dagger. This is a symbol that Nyssara would recognize as a symbol of Yuan-ti cultists. But usually, especially with purebloods, they travel typically in groups. And there's no, sick, twisted look upon her face. She just is looking straight on, ready to strike. And as you creep forward, she doesn't notice you guys, but she flicks her head around real quick just to look, see her surroundings, and then goes back on what she was looking at. And you then hear and see what she's looking at. You hear the hiss of a low voice speaking in a strange, slithering tongue, and you can barely make out 5 figures cresting up over one of the hills from the lower hot springs. You see the Yuan-ti woman's knuckles whiten as she grips her dagger tighter, and you see her tail twitching with barely restrain tension. What do you do? They are walking towards you guys. You guys are probably about, I would say like maybe 15 to 20 feet away from the Yuan-ti woman and the entourage of what looks like 5 Yuan-ti cultists are about another 15 feet away from her.
I'm just gonna
I
lean
guess
back and
since-
watch.
Yeah, since I'm seeing this, I kind of turned to Nyssara and I'm like, hey, how do you feel about the cultists? And is there a reason there would be infighting? Like, I don't know if you want us to help and who we're gonna be helping. Or do we just watch?
Don't know. Do I recognize? These are probably people from a different. Do I recognize any of them? I don't know.
You could roll me a history check at advantage to figure out if you recognize anything.
15?
So, she's not very recognizable. She's not someone you know, and from the distance, you don't see anything familiar about the Yuan-ti that are heading further, like closer to you guys. However, the look that the woman in the bushes is giving kind of reminds you of a look that, like, yourself had made when you had first left.
Yeah,
the cult.
that's what I'm.
Hello, Charles. Why are you barking?
I don't think she's with them. They might be hunting her.
It looks like she's
Should
hunting.
probably
them.
help then.
Real quick, are we supposed to be on a different map? Because
Oh,
I don't think so.
not yet.
okay, okay, I just saw the circle and I'm like, did I miss something?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, that was just me casting my spell. I don't know how to
That's
get rid of it.
Trace. Oh god.
Yeah.
Here, I can
It just-
activate this as long as you guys promise not to move your characters yet.
Okay.
I mean, like, we
Deal.
can help her. I'm kind of curious to see what she can do, though. Is no one else curious?
Yes.
Well, how do we indicate we're on her side without spooking her? Everyone's
I think by not acting
Yeah, I mean,
seems pretty.
we start
tight.
fighting the cultists. She'll jump in.
We'll jump in on our own. I want to see what she does.
Okay, but we watched closely.
yeah.
Look at
I
her,
mean,
she's
can
so-
we delay our actions to see what she does?
Yeah. You guys can delay your action. I will have you guys all roll initiative for the battle itself, but if you guys disengage or something, like, we can move out of it. But yeah, as they move forward, you guys are not making any motions to attack right away.
I'm not.
All right. So I'd like you all to roll me initiative as when these guys get about here, she starts to jump out and dash at the one in front.
Oh, fastest I've ever found. the
Rolling
initiative.
so good today.
Oh shit! Fuck! Oh, that's a nat 20. Let's go, baby.
All right.
Oh shit, nice.
So we begin with Amraphel. You want to delay your
So
action?
first- has she already jumped out and she's charging?
She is in the process of jumping out and charging, but like technically she's still here. But on her turn, she will jump out and charge at the one in front.
I mean, the action I was planning I would do is she's running at them, so I can hold it if that's the case. So I'll hold a spell cast.
All right. what if you're holding the spell? What's the trigger for it? Her running up.
Her running towards them is the trigger.
Okay.
Or her attacking them, generally.
Zasha.
Not her specifically attacking, just like approaching them or like engaging.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Zasha, do you also hold an action?
Yeah, I hold a spell.
All right, and your trigger is what?
If she like engages in combat, I will cast my spell.
All right. I mean, well, this is awkward. I guess they haven't noticed her, so they wouldn't. They would skip their turn, right? Because they'd be surprised. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
That's your decision.
It doesn't make sense otherwise. Nyssara. You can either hold your action or you can make the first move.
I'll hold the action. I don't. Hold on. The hunters. Mark is verbal, so I'd have to say something for. Yeah. So I'll hold my attack action for when she attacks too.
All right. They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. Lythra, do you also hold an action?
Jeez. I guess. Yeah, I mean, at this point though, I mean, if I take an action and nobody sees me yet, will it, will I just wait till the next turn order, or I'm not really that familiar with holding actions, but
So if you hold an action with like a trigger and the trigger goes off, you can do the action. So Amraphel has a reaction or an action held. So if she starts running, he's going to cast a spell. If she does not start running and she just sits there, his spell disappears. Same thing
Okay,
as Zasha.
I
Spell
see.
slot's still consumed.
Yeah, and the spell slot's still consumed. For attacking, it's a little different. You don't lose anything from not attacking.
yeah, I'm gonna be ready to rush at the closest Yuan-ti if she attacks, and then then I can probably just apply bonus actions and shit as I attack, right? Since I haven't committed to the attack yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If
I'll do that.
she charges on her turn, once her turn is over, you guys can all have your turn. All of you who are holding.
Leroy Jenkins, yeah, I will
Yeah.
go right in there.
They're walking along. They're walking along. She got terrible initiative. All right.
Some of the worst.
So you see this Yuan-ti woman jump out from the bushes, making the one in front kind of jump back a little bit with a hiss. And she runs up, screaming in a reptilian-esque tongue. The Yuan-ti don't have like a specific language, right? Is it like, would it be technically draconic?
No.
No?
Is it primarily abyssal?
I think
could be
it's
wrong.
Slither tongue.
Parcel tongue.
Parcel tongue.
Sorry.
Well, no, it's something that Nyssara knows. Because Nyssara has some languages. Is it abyssal?
That's what I have.
What
Language.
language do Yuan-ti speak? They speak in Draconic and Abyssal.
Okay,
Son of a bitch.
so I have both of those.
All right. Well,
So we're good.
I'm just gonna say she spoke in Draconic because that's what I went with first. Those of you who can speak Draconic, you hear her yell, "Give her back!" And she goes to stab this lady. Let's see how good she hits.
So we're waiting until she's done for the triggered actions.
Yeah, just to make things clean and easy. You see her charge forward with the dagger, and maybe she was a little too headstrong in her thrust, but you see this Yuan-ti kind of dance out of the way as she runs past, missing the attack. But as she's going to attack, all of you guys can do your actions. We can start from the top of the initiative. So Amraphel, what were you gonna do?
First off, I said I was leaning against a tree really cool, so I'm gonna be over here.
Okay. I don't remember you
It's
saying
very
that,
important.
but okay.
I think, yeah, no, I did, so yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He's just gonna hold up a hand, kind of like close to his face, but like flat over the group, and swipe it down. Oh, and this is specifically why I wanted to do this while she was running in, because if I wait until after she attacks, it will hit her.
Technically,
But-
for yours, it would be as she's running in, because that's what you said.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, like, she would still be maybe there, and this lady would be here before they do their swap-a-rooney.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast Magnify Gravity as a third level spell.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. All right. All right. Goddamn.
Onk. And it's just gonna be, oh, I killed the template, but it'll hit all 4 of them.
All right. I trust you. What do they have to roll?
They have to roll DC 15 Strength saving throw.
All right, we're going in a clockwise motion for the rolls.
So that's 19 bludgeoning, half on a successful save.
All right, saving throw is 15.
15.
So the one in the front and the one in the
Yep.
back do save, so they only get 9 damage.
So 9. Yep.
Yep.
Bludgeoning.
All right. These two fail though. The two on the sides. So.
And their movement is slowed by 10 feet.
So minus 19.
Yep.
Minus 19.
So as he puts his hand up flat in the air, it's like a solid plane of air condenses, and then it just like slams down into them like a table dropping.
It's fucking sick.
Wizard! Yay! Don't let him get near me.
How do I do slowed? Where's the slowed button?
I think you just remember it.
All right, we're just gonna do the question mark for slowed, because I will not remember. I'm bad at remembering things. I got too much to do. All right. So then after you do that, they're like, what the fuck? They snap their heads over at you guys, but then they hear her charging forward and they snap their neck back over, and the same thing happens, but now they're just a little bit damaged. Alright. Next on the list for held actions is Zasha.
Okay.
Your held action was her attacking, so...
Yep. I am casting Moonbeam at a 3rd level.
Jesus Christ.
So... I don't want to hit her, so I guess I'll do this. I'll do this to hit these 2. For the measure template. DC 14 con saving throw.
one below saves with a crit. But the one in front fails tremendously. It's half damage if you save, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, so 16 for this one. And 8 for this one. And then Nyssara, you also held an action.
All right. I'll just shoot at the dude in front.
Alright.
My 2 arrows or just one?
If it's in one attack, yeah.
All right, perfect.
It's your attack action.
Right. Working to hurt.
That hurts. It hurts.
Hallelujah. Oh, and sneak attack since he's threatened. So that's another d6 I forgot to add.
Alright, roll that d6 down.
Well, total. Nice. Second
Alright.
attack. That's a hit.
Yep.
9 points of damage.
Alright.
Oh,
Person in
come on.
front is not looking good. And then Lythra.
Yep, there's my unmute. Okay, so Lythra, upon seeing this, is going to just sword in hand run forward, park up here, and then before swinging in, she's gonna just dart her eyes to the woman to her right, and then in Draconic speak, "You who attacked, we are with you. Let's do this." And then, sword overhead, she will cleave down on the injured Yuan-ti right in front of her.
God damn. Alright.
All right, 21.
Yeah, that hurts. That for sure hits.
All right, 11 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Whoops, meant to smite that, but it's all right. I get another attack. All
Alright.
right, 11. Near death. All right. And 24.
Yeah, that hurts.
I might not even smite if I see that near death. We might hope for a little kill right here.
Your first slice at her, like, you... she has multiple arms. You, like, cut 2 arms off with that first swipe.
Well, let's cut the other 2.
She got 6 arms.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking.
Yeah,
roll.
that hits. That hits. Oh, sorry, that's damage. That's damage. Oh god.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And with that, I give a little smirk to the woman. Am I right? To kind of prove the point.
So as this Yuan-ti rushed forward to attack her quote-unquote prey, she sees, like, them all mysteriously take damage as they, like, get, like, shoved downwards a little bit. Then a beam of light shoots down and zaps 2 of them after she misses her attack. Then she sees 2 arrows fly in. She whips her head around just in time to see Lythra running up, and she just looks a little dumbfounded. And
Imagine being the dead one.
very quickly snaps her head back towards the other Yuan-ti, and she says in Draconic, "I trust you." And Lucian, it's your turn.
Well, after everyone did everything in about 1 second. She's gonna be the most unenthusiastic. Just walk forward and
Just late to the party.
put that there. attack. Listen.
Why does your echo have the alpha symbol?
I don't know, I just spawned it and it has that, apparently.
He is the beginning, Lucian is the end.
There you go.
Jesus.
God damn. Yeah, that hits. Obviously, it's a crit. 17. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you slash at this lady. You slash part of her neck. And it starts to bleed a little, but she's not quite down yet.
Get to do it again.
That hits. This time, it's not as deep of a cut, and it goes across her chest. And while she is bleeding profusely from both wounds, she is still up and looking very angered at... Oh, Jesus. As you throw down another longsword, and...
Wait,
They didn't even get a chance, man. They didn't even get a chance.
Damn.
Third strike knocks her head clean off, and it tumbles to the ground.
Okay, it's 5, 10, so it spawned here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and that should be 30. I should be within 30 feet of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So... yeah, fuck it. Oop.
Alright, Jesus Christ. Alright, hold on. That's 22 damage total?
Yep.
What the fuck?
One more for good measure.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that hits. You
God.
don't kill this one, though.
I was gonna say we should leave one alive and one
No,
of the
there's
army-
one back in the back that's not being... that hasn't been touched yet.
Yeah, that worries me.
Why is he in the back? Anything else, Lucian?
That's... I literally couldn't do anything else.
Nice. Amraphel, it is your turn again.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot the one in the back.
All
Oh
right.
man.
Nah, I take that back. I'm gonna shoot the ambitious Yuan-ti Malison.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Well. Oh well.
Was that your whole action?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Zasha.
Jeez.
Zasha, I'm just confirming. I can use my action to move the moonbeam. Okay. And does moving the moonbeam, it doesn't count as casting it again, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I will move the moonbeam. I'll move that bitch right there. I cannot delete, thank you. DC 14, Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty, hold on one second. Constitution saving throw.
It's a moonbeam.
You guys are tearing through my Yuan-ti. Malison, whatever the fuck. They both fail. Alright,
Love to see it.
what's the damage?
18, bitches.
God. You, moonbeam fry the Yuan-ti, here.
You love to see it, don't ya? Okay. And just debating. Yeah, I'll get a little closer. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Nyssara, it is your turn. Would you like to finish off the ambitious Yuan-ti Melissan before their turn?
I can try.
Why are
The
you
bonus
frightened?
action, I will mark them with what the fuck's that feature? Planar Warrior. And then 2 attacks.
Alright.
Oh man, no one's right next to this one. Oh well.
Nope, they're all dead.
Womp womp.
That hits, so.
Another D8 and it's force. 11 damage.
Alright.
A 10 to hit. Seems that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, is what it is. Well, I'll get a little closer.
Alright.
And yeah, that's my turn.
The ambitious Yuan-ti does not like being in the moonbeam, runs forward a little bit, and it looks angrily at the lady, and tries to bite her. Attack, normal. Yeah, that hits. He bites her for a little bit of piercing and poison damage, which does not go through. Wait, hold on. The poison damage doesn't go through, so it's only plus 13 minus 7. Because she's immune to poison.
He activated my sentinel.
You're not. You're
Never
trapped.
mind.
Nope.
Moving on.
You tried. It's okay, because Lythra's here. You can step over the dead bodies. It's okay. We'll just scoot him out of the way.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it's...
She's standing on the dead bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Lythra is deliberately, yeah, just clambering over the dead body, and we are gonna go all in on this dumb motherfucker. Swords out again.
Alright.
And we attack.
That hits? Yeah.
Oh, love it. Gorgeous. Okay, gonna do it this time. Divine Smite. So, let's see. Damage. It's 5. And sword damage is 10.
Alright. He is still up and kicking, but, like, bleeding out profusely from all of the stab wounds and piercing wounds.
Well, then, this time I'm gonna swing at the lower half.
That hits!
And we go for damage. No smite. Yeah, it's a clean hit.
You try to swipe your greatsword across this man's, like, lower half. And you cut almost right through, like, through the spine, and you see just all of his intestines pool out as he collapses to the ground. Dead.
This is how Lythra fights. See, you're getting. Thank you. I think you're meeting me. You're meeting me where I am with that description. Beautiful. Then fuck it. I got movement. I'm just gonna, with fire in my eyes, just run up here. And I'm just looking at him. I'm just gonna look him dead in the face and stand there.
Okay. You want to roll me an intimidation check?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. Absolutely. Oh, I got a +6. Come on. I kind of stumbled on a route on my way up, and it took the edge off.
Unfortunately, he just kind of glares right back at you. And then it's his
Good.
turn. And he's gonna try and whack you with 2 scimitar hits. With a 10 to hit. And then another 10 to hit. Fantastic.
Should have been afraid, bud.
Should have been afraid. That's its turn. It's her turn now, and she is not shy. She's gonna shy away from the battle. She rushes up, and she goes in for a stab. And she hits this time. That's really bad damage roll. Holy shit. Happens to the best of us. But she, you can see that she gets a little bit of, like she grins a little wickedly as she stabs him, but then she kind of shakes her head and, like, looks at him, more sternly this time. Looks like she's trying to, like, shake off maybe, like, some bloodlust or, like, whatever the fuck is wrong with her. Lucian.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just get within 30 feet of it. And we start swinging.
Alright. Yeah, that hits. For 13 damage. My god. Very good.
And again.
Yeah. Ooh. We're keeping it consistent. I like it.
And why not use the last one? What are the odds we're going to get into another fight?
Yeah, what are the odds? Oh my god.
You crazy.
Definitely throw all of your resources into this one fight. I guarantee nothing bad will happen. Yeah, you hit him really hard, but he is still standing a little bit. Anything else, Lucian?
Nope.
Alright. Amraphel, you want to try shooting again?
I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything else to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shoot him.
Alright, you shoot him. You shoot him, buddy.
Oh, wait. I take that back.
No, wait, you don't shoot him, buddy.
Instead, I'm gonna cast... Nope. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
The complex machinations.
Hey, you
of
shoot
mind.
him!
The damage spell I have equipped is poison damage.
Ah, that wouldn't be good.
Bang.
You shoot him, like... Probably, like, in the liver. He's not looking great. Not looking great at all.
It's a little bit of a lightning strike.
Yeah. Not a good hit for him. But he is still up and standing and ready to fight. He does not look like he's backing down, even though he's facing death.
Sweet.
Anything else, Amraphel?
Nope.
No bonus actions? No movement?
Nope.
Alright.
Nope.
Zasha.
Zasha's turn. Yeah, she's just gonna fucking move the moonbeam again. Have to scroll up to where I put it in the first place. All the things. There we go. Place measured template. Here we go. Murder. DC 14.
Let's see if this guy holds out a little bit. The answer is it didn't matter. Half damage would have killed him anyways.
You'll love to see it.
Wait. End combat. All right. As the last of the cultists fall with a dull thud, you start to smell blood and venom mixing in with the sulfury smell of the air. And you hear a sharp rattling breath. For Lythra, it's next to her, but for everyone else, it's ahead of you. As you hear the sound of steel sliding back into a sheath. The Yuan-ti woman rises slowly. Her eyes still sharply looking at the bodies as if waiting for them to get up again. And she kicks the one in front of her slightly just to see if it moves. And then she looks up to you, tucking kind of like her hood back so she can see you a little bit more clearly, and you can see her a little more clearly. And you see as she's moving, her hands are trembling as the adrenaline begins to kick in. She kind of stares at you guys for a hot second. She kind of looks a little distant in her gaze. And then she goes, "Thank you, warm-blooded."
Not all of us are warm-blooded.
Yeah. Lythra's right next to her, so I guess she'll sheath her sword and just give a nod, a little brief bow, and say, "Yeah, no problem." And I just glance over my shoulder and just say, "We should talk."
She nods and looks down before looking back up and goes, I hope this is not asking too much, but I need more of your help, if possible."
I hope we can do that. We might have a similar goal, so we should introduce ourselves.
She nods, and she looks a little bit hesitant as she's talking to you guys. She seems a little more calm now that she saw, like, Nyssara, and Nyssara's not trying to kill her. But she still seems a little bit nervous overall. And she says, "Come to the inn, you warm-bloodeds call it. We can talk there."
Yeah, lead the way.
And so she begins to guide you towards the slumbering dragon inn. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, because we're